This is Wrestling World 247, and we are here with Chance Profit. Chance, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What was the first sign that made you want to become a wrestler? What was the first sign that you saw?
The first memory that I would say made me want to be a professional wrestler was watching Saturday Night Main Event with my grandfather, who's long since passed. I want to say it was King Kong Bundy and Hulk Hogan, and I was in a nice big blue cage, and I just wanted to do that.
What was the first step you made after you noticed the sign?
My first step was I was involved in high school, in wrestling in high school, and a friend of mine, his uncle, was a local professional wrestler, and they knew that I wanted to do it, and he and his cousin started showing me what they were learning from their uncle on the side, and I ended up getting somewhat bare bones training through him, and did a couple of shows, and the guy who took me under his wing saw me at the show, and he said, you've got a really nice hip toss. If you want to learn how to do the rest of this stuff the real way, I will take you under my wing and train you for free. You just got to stop doing this crap. Pretty much my first step.
How did you get your gimmick then? Because you have that really cool heel gimmick right now. I watched some promos and it's really cool. How did you get that gimmick?
This incarnation of me came about, it's kind of like a throwback from when I first started. I started with the face paint and was persuaded to be a nice, clean-cut looking young man to appeal to the fans, and then I shattered my leg in 2007, and I came back about 6 months faster than what they thought that I would, and when I came back, no one was willing to book me. So it kind of made me a little bit angry, kind of made me a little bit bitter, so I just started reverting back to what I knew I wanted to be, and took it a little bit further.
Who was your first ever opponent, and how did it go?
My first ever opponent was Hardcase James Stevens. It was in Williamson, West Virginia in 1999, May of 1999, and I ended up winning. I think I did cheat.
Look back, and look a year after your first match. How much did you learn in that at that point in time?
In the first year?
Yeah, in your first year.
It was ridiculous because I went from thinking that I had a grasp on something to my trainer taking me under his wing, and like to the point of him coming in when we had gotten there early just to work on some moves, and I was doing lion salt, and he told me, you stop doing that expletive crap. If I ever see you doing that again, I'll never take one more step with you training. And it kind of set my perspective, because I was just trying to do stuff to be cool and trying to do cool maneuvers and not making sense of it. So that whole first year was a complete reawakening towards the end of that first year.
So it comes to my next question. After that 1 year you had, did you ever feel like quitting?
Not that. No, I really can't say that I've ever felt like quitting. I felt like starting my own stuff, and I've done that before and did it successfully, but it's just too much hassle, and I'd rather focus on the wrestling aspect of it.
Describe the thrill of wrestling a current or former WWE or TNA superstar.
This past year I wrestled Tommy Dreamer, or the past couple of years I've wrestled Tommy Dreamer and Goldust. Both experiences, getting reviews from them and getting to hear how they would work me anytime, and you hear that a lot on the independent guys will come in, and if you work with them and they come out unscathed, or you didn't have a horrible match with them. I'll work anytime, but having real comments and having follow-ups with them, and it makes you realize that you could go further than what everyone else may have limited you.
Speaking of TNA, how did it feel to be selected to be voted for in Gut Check?
It was an honor. I just wish the whole process wouldn't be mired in controversy. But it was, especially the first round, I had over 35,000 votes, and it was a ridiculous second round that didn't go, or the second go around into the final round didn't go too well. But I really can't say anything negative about it. It helped me out getting my name back out there to a lot of different people.
You've made it to the final round of Gut Check. What are your thoughts on being noticed by so many fans?
It's just a real honor, especially after this is my 14th year in professional wrestling, and to have people from all over the world and various countries voting for me and pulling for me, it's a real honor. It's really humbling.
What was the funniest moment in wrestling you've ever had?
Coming back from, I'm trying to think, it was Yanceyville, North Carolina. One of the funniest experiences was my road partner and I were coming back, and he had already fallen asleep, and I was starting to doze off. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm religious, if you want to call it religious. I'm a Christian. But I was coming home, and I was just starting to doze off, and I was like, oh, God, just please do something to wake me up. And about that time, a lightning bolt struck the hood of our vehicle. It didn't do any damage, but it woke me up for the rest of the trip. So that was pretty funny.
So, from funniness to a bit of shooting, what pisses you off the most about this business?
Guys being able to get in and not having to pay any type of dues, and just trying to basically rape the business. They don't want to work for it. They just want to get the end result without having to work for it.
What, out of all the matches you had, what one was your favorite?
My favorite would probably be a toss-up between Tommy Dreamer for Remix Pro Wrestling and, Jamie Noble, and it was in Hanover, West Virginia, when he was on hiatus from WWE. We just tore it down in front of his hometown, and it was you would have thought you were in 1983 with the way the fans were acting.
All right. What is one thing about Chance Profit we do not know about?
You never know what I'll do next, because I'm just unpredictable.
That's awesome. Anything to say to our listeners? Any shows you're doing after the July 27th? Because this is going to be posted on the July 27th event. So are you doing any shows after July 27th that the fans should know about?
Franklin, Tennessee. I'll be for APWA, the King of the Indies, at the Ottman Arena, August 10th or 11th for Ring Warriors down in Pompano Beach, Florida, and August 17th, I'm back in Florida for Coastal Wrestling Alliance versus Paul Jourdain.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Chance.
Thank you, Jordan.